Change transaction status. The transaction history page will display a current status column. The Manage column displays buttons titled with the action allowed to change the transaction's current status. To pay a transaction currently set to return, click the Pay button. The current status will change to Pay User, and a message will briefly appear in the Manage column. The debit will be paid. An Add to Approved List link will be displayed. See video for Add to Approved List for more details. The message will disappear after a few seconds, and a Return button will be displayed. Transaction in a pay status can be changed until the transaction is no longer eligible to be returned. At that time, an Ineligible button will be displayed, and no further action can be taken on the transaction. Ask your financial institution about return deadline rules. To return a transaction currently set to pay, click the Return button. If no other information is required, the current status will change to Return User, and a message will briefly appear in the Manage column. The debit will be returned. The message will disappear after a few seconds, and a Pay button will be displayed. It's important to note that a transaction in a return status when the end-of-day cutoff time passes will no longer be eligible to pay. If a return request requires additional information, a pop-up wizard will appear, displaying the list of return reasons allowed by NACHA rules. Only one radio button can be selected. If your reason for return differs from what is displayed, click the Cancel button and contact your financial institution. If a radio button is selected, click the Next button. A second screen may appear if more detail is needed. If your reason for return differs from what is displayed, click the Cancel button and contact your financial institution. The Back button will allow you to return to the initial list. If a valid reason is identified, select the Radio button and click the Next button. When the last page is displayed, review the information. If it is accurate, click on the I consent to electronically signing this form box. The e-signature needed box will change after the box is clicked. To finalize the return, click the Sign box. Note, the Download PDF copy box is checked by default. If left checked, upon clicking Sign, a copy of the form will be downloaded. The box can be unchecked because a copy of the form can always be downloaded later by expanding the transaction detail and selecting the Download WSUD button.